AllHipHopTV.com. Baz Bunny, the girl, first lady of the streets. You already know the vibe. Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Chuck Creekmur here at One World Studio with my man DJ Thoro.
Yes.
And we are here with a legend, another legend,
a lyrical
another
legend,
thoroughbred, battle rap tested, but also a boss in battle rap, co-founder of Queen of the Ring, Baz Bunny.
Yes.
What's up?
What's good? Yeah.
Give it up.
Yeah. Glad to see
give it up.
It's been a minute. We've known each other for so daggone long.
I know.
It's crazy. You still look the same, thank God.
That's good.
Thank God, y'all.
Black don't crack.
Yes, you do. That's cat.
Come on.
That's cat.
Work with me.
It don't crack. It might, you know.
If you're, yeah.
I know you be using your shea butter and all that.
I do.
All the butters.
Because you know our skin not really made for lotion. We need oil.
We need oil.
Yeah, oils. Yeah,
juices and berries.
That exactly, y'all.
Avocado and cucumber and all that.
Exactly.
Natural stuff. Word up. So you know, you've been in the battle rap realm for a really long time. So let's give us, because battle rap, first of all, it's its own world. I kind of gave up keeping up with the whole battle rap because it's a whole genre. Really, it's not like it's hip hop, but it's a whole different version.
Yes.
So give us a state of battle rap right now.
The state of battle rap is crazy. It's a full-blown reality show. It's just happening on social media, okay? And I'm just like, yo, I got 2024. I'm putting it on the big screen because enough is enough. But battle rap is, you know, the bars are always there. They still there. And, you know, it's just a lot of drama and crazy stuff that I feel like people focus on more than the actual battles as far as how the longevity of the battle. And so I just want to bring it back to the actual battle itself and not so much of the drama that's happening outside.
Right.
But doesn't that sell? Doesn't that sell? Like there's so many battles where the drama pushes people to the actual event.
But that's good. That's good drama.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the drama that I don't got shit to do. Like, yeah. So the good drama, we here for it. And I am Dawn Queen of the culture. Okay? I am Dawn Queen. And I put on these spectacular battle events. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Only in America.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And I make it happen for the ladies. So
you should get Don King on one of these battles with you. That'd be
right. He's kind of old now, though.
Hey, you can make it happen. Only in America, right?
Yeah, you could definitely get him on like virtually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I noticed something that and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I've noticed that a lot of battle rappers are stereotyped to only be able to battle but not make great music. What? I know that's not true, but why do you think that narrative is always?
I mean, a lot of people, sometimes you got to be, you know, taught to how to make a song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So battle rappers right now is so lyrical. And sometimes it's like people will be like, oh, you're just rapping instead of like, you know, breaking it down and making a song and different flows and your cadence and all of that. And so you can get there. You work with a great producer. You know what I'm saying? That's going to help. That's what they're there for, to help the artist learn. And it's a lot of rappers that came in the game that was like that. And they had to be taught how to structure, you know what I'm saying, their records. And for those who say the battle rappers can't do good music, I say the people that do songs can't battle rap. And so, you know, if they can't, y'all can't do what we do over here.
That's a fact. A couple rappers tried it and it didn't work.
There you go. There you go. It's no studio. It's no 100 takes.
Right.
On the stage, it's live. And you're just going to go.
Right.
So when you choke in the booth and you be like, oh, bring me back, you do that on that stage, that will decrease your stock. You could lose. It's a whole different ball game.
Right. And I have one more question concerning the way battle rap is set up. When did it actually get away from you only battling a cappella and not over a beat? When did that narrative switch? Because it was always over a beat.
Oh, well, to be honest with you, I would have to do my research on that. Because
would it be Smack? Would it be Smack? It would be Smack, right?
Probably.
I would think it would be.
Maybe not.
No, I think that was before Smack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know Grind Time.
Okay, Grind Time.
Like,
TV?
You know, Grind Time TV,
yeah.
They was, you know, they was doing it first, and they used to be on World Star and all of that stuff. Like, yeah.
Okay. We have to do some research on it. Find out why. Well, let me ask you this: why don't anyone do it over a beat now? Let me ask you.
They do. Shout out to Verbal Warzone.
Okay.
There is a league.
Okay.
And they actually have an event coming up, and they battle on beat.
On beat, right?
Yeah, they battle on beat.
What do you prefer?
I prefer it without the beat.
Without the beat.
I do.
Okay.
It's more of a performance too, right? Like it's more like, it's the whole thing when there's no beat.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have good artists that can bring that same element to a beat. I just seen Ill Will battle at a Verbal Warzone, and he bodied it, and it was hilarious. But it was his cadence and the things he was saying. Some of them they be rapping like it's a diss record.
Right.
It's not a diss record. This is a battle.
Yeah.
Right. I got you.
One time I saw Drake out in Long Beach. He didn't battle. He hosted it.
Yeah.
Smack and a few other people. Remy was there. And, I was like, okay, it's about to jump over because Drake is involved, but it never really happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like battle rap is kind of pigeonholed, or is it just, I always thought it was like the MMA.
I was just about to say that it is. I feel like it is the MMA. A lot of people at first they was like MMA is so violent, and and they was scared of it.
Right.
And I think sometimes they get scared of the battle rap because of the content, the things that they're saying.
Right.
But I'm just like, yo, it's not real. It's like an actor. They'll go on screen and kill 20 people. If you could play a serial killer on screen, then why can't he be a serial killer in the battle? Right. So that's all it is. And with the girls, we make sure to show that after they battle, they go and hug each other because it's about the art, really. It's not, and people get caught in, oh my God. Like, I remember one time they was like, but she's gay bashing. And I was like, they're both gay. You know what I mean? But they didn't understand.
Right.
They that's all that they see was, oh, well, she called her a dyke.
Right.
But I'm like, but that's the girl who dresses more girly. She's saying she's a dyke because of the way she's dressed.
Right.
But the girl that's girly, she's gay too.
Right.
So it wasn't gay bashing.
Right.
It's like somebody said it's like a fat girl calling a girl fatter. Fat. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you fat bitch. And then somebody like, bitch, you fat too. But bitch, you bigger than me.
Right.
Like, so, you know.
In the rule anyway, nothing's off limit when it comes to battle rap?
Nothing is off limits unless the artist says. So you got some artists before they agree. I might be like, well, I'll battle you, but you can't talk about my kid. Okay. And you have to agree to that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I never knew that.
Yeah, that's kind of like watering it down, in my opinion. When you do that.
There's so much
it depends. Some people would say you can't talk about. Some people have dead parents, sick children, and battle rap. They don't care.
If you
don't tell them you can't, they will talk about your dead parent, how sick your kid is, and they will do all of that.
What about fighting? Because see, when you start talking like that, I'm like.
But no, because if you know what you're getting into. You signing up for it. It's like, so if you get in the ring and you get in your ass beat boxing, but you're gonna take off your gloves and kick the nigga? Like, no, you're not gonna start kicking. People gonna be like, yo, what is this?
Happened. Ears have been bitten off.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good look.
That's
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bad sportsmanship. So that's what it is. Like, you know what you get by now. You know what you're getting into. Like, so if you don't want nobody talking about something, you better put that in your agreement, and they have to agree on it.
You gotta have thick skin.
There you go. You have to.
So I have to ask you this, and I've been wanting to ask you this for a long time. How did you feel when Remy got in the game? Because the same premise she started out as, is what Queen of the Ring is.
Well, it was an opportunity for the ladies to make more money, which is always a great thing for me, because at the end of the day, it's about the women, the artists, in a whole for me. Because you got to understand, I've watched these girls grow. A lot of these girls, they never battle rap until they came into Queen of the Ring. The top girls right now, they never had a battle before in their life until they stepped in that ring. And so to see the growth, and to see, people want to book them and come on board and give them more money. that's what it was for me. I'm like, okay, but also as a businesswoman, it's like, all right, now I got competition where I never had before. I never had nobody that was on that level that was doing all female battle rap. So it was a good thing for me because it put spark and like, all right, gotta go more. So that's how I looked at it.
Okay. Right. So your jaw didn't tighten up around here, not at all?
No, my brain tightened up.
Okay.
And it was like, all right, it's time to go. Like, So it's just like if McDonald's is the founder. They the first fast food joint. You know what I'm saying? And then the other people came after that and McDonald's said, okay, how am I still gonna stand? What I gotta do? They had to go back to the drawing board and say, all right, we're gonna add chicken to the menu now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna have 3 flavor milkshakes. Like we gotta go back to the drawing board. And so that's what it is.
Right. Let's say, which they are, an inspiring female MCs watching this and she wanna be a part of the battle league. How does one become able to get into the battle league and battle?
All they have to do is hit me up on social media at Brooklyn Babs on all platforms and tell me like, yo, Babs, I got bars, I want to battle. And I will give you a shot.
You give them a shot.
I'll give all my girls a shot.
And that's what I mean with the gatekeeping. Now, you have to hear them first, right? Obviously, before.
Yes, they would tell me, I would ask them if you ever battled before. If they say no, I would say, well, send me some audio or a video of you battle, like write some battle bars. I want to see that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then they will go spar because you have the sparring session before you get into the ring. And so if you spar, you can make it through that and then you will be on.
And you'll be on.
Mm-hmm.
That stage is serious, though. I've seen people choke and it just be like, cricket.
Yeah.
And that I be feeling bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah. But think about the artists who fell on stage in the middle of their performance and boom, bust their ass. And it's like you gotta get back up and perform. Yeah. And so yeah.
Do you have a favorite battle?
I don't. A lot of people ask me that and I don't. I don't have a favorite battle. I have favorite moments in different battles. I like the Misfit versus E Heart battle. I like, certain lines that E Heart said about Misfit and Misfit said about E Heart. I like when Misfit battle Hustle and she brought out the iPad thing and that was hilarious. I love battles with Couture when she bring out her props and things like that. Like, so it's different moments in battles that I would say I could pick out my favorites. But I don't have a whole battle that's like, oh, this is my favorite battle ever. Like, no.
What you think about Luck and Remy?
Their battle?
Yeah. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. Okay. I wasn't there. Shout out to International P. Yes. But I was not there. They had 2 battles actually.
Yeah, I was at one of them. I can't remember which one though. At this point, right? That was legendary. Fight Club. They took our money though. They took all hip hop's. They took all hip hop's money.
Oh, International P.
Speak on it.
They did the battle with Sirius Jones and.
I was there when Sirius Jones and Jen.
Yeah,
I was there for that.
We put up the money, and then that joint ended up on MTV. No All Hip Hop. I was like, yo,
wow.
International P.
International P. That's not good look, B.
That go to show you that you gotta have the business tight
That's
first.
A fact.
Now, if this man would have gave the money and had something in writing, therefore they wouldn't have been able to get that deal. There you go. But now we live, we learn, right? I had to learn a lot.
Right.
I got robbed too. I had to learn a lot. I got robbed for millions. Phil Robinson robbed me.
Phil Robinson? Phil, what's up, Phil? Let's talk about it. Speak on it.
We know.
No, I don't know. No, I don't. Speak on it.
Oh, Phil Robinson was my old manager.
Okay.
Yeah, when I had my deal at Bad Boy.
Right. So he robbed you clerically, like through paperwork.
Through paperwork, right. Yeah. Of me. And the only way he was able to do it is because I didn't know.
No.
There you go.
No artist development, no knowledge of the business.
No knowledge of the business.
Right.
I had artist development in the music. Yeah, but not in the business. I mean. No. And I didn't know for a long time until I learned the business.
Right.
And I'm like, oh.
Right. Now you couldn't go back to get royalties that's old or
well, some things have statute of limitations on it. Yeah.
Statute of limitations ran out?
On some things,
right.
Yes.
Because I've had things where I produced for people and I didn't get what I was supposed to get, and I got to get a lawyer and double back and get my money because they didn't tell me because I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're right, there is a statute of limitations if you don't figure it out.
If you don't figure it out,
Then
making a band was 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people, because it's just like every year it goes viral. Every 3-4 months, a clip of the band somewhere goes viral.
Right.
Like, and so, but it's literally, it was 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you receiving residuals from those syndicated shows that they show?
I never got residuals from MTV.
Never.
No.
Now, is that because of what you negotiated, or you just didn't know?
I didn't know that I could negotiate anything like that. I didn't know.
Okay.
Now, but Phil, wasn't he a part of Bad Boy? Wasn't he?
Phil was P. Diddy's manager, and it was a conflict of interest for Phil Robinson to be the band's manager.
Right. That's where I was
going. Keep going.
Yeah. Total conflict of interest.
No,
I mean,
right.
That was it.
Classic
conflict
of interest,
conflict of interest. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
shouldn't have never happened.
Now, did you personally reach out to Phil and say, "Hey, Phil, you know it's not right for what it's worth"?
I don't know how to reach Phil right now.
Get X'd out the game, like I don't know, not to not to get on to the speculation.
Let's do one better.
But I ain't heard from him.
At the time, he was Diddy's partner or whatever, manager, what have you. You didn't go to Diddy and say, "Hey, look, this is going on. Let's make this right."
Diddy make this sound so easy.
I mean, right?
You ain't just
make it sound like
Diddy,
right?
Really? Nah, I didn't. No.
You think it was a waste of time to do that?
I didn't even think.
No.
To do. By the time I realized what was going on, it was too late.
That's
the
story of a lot of us.
That's a story.
Yeah. And so this is one thing that I try to say, like, when people be like, "Oh, Diddy, I'd be like, it's a list because it's so many artists, not just bad boy artists. It's from the beginning of all labels that have similar stories. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you look at TLC story, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't on Bad Boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's so many artists. Yeah, and that was a black woman.
Right.
So
somebody asked me to ask whoever who taught them how to do business like this, and I was like, because the mob runs rampant in, well, at least used to in music. You know what I mean? So even like Sugar Hill Records,
Sylvia
got mob ties. And again, not to say that's the business they did, but they had mob ties. So anyway.
Yeah.
So look, what about the band? Let's just talk about the legacy of the band, because first of all, when I was really like almost pretty green in the game, but hungry as hell, I was on that show because it was in Daddy's house and they were shooting in Daddy's house, so I was like in the crowd or whatever. Back home, they saw me on TV. I was like, I'm moving. It was that big of a show. Everybody was
a big deal. It was a big deal.
Tell people just the legacy of it, and at least from
the
band
that side, was one of the first all black reality TV shows, and like it was a big deal. It was something never done like that before, and we were like, I like to say we was like the mini Beatles. Like, it really grew. And people from all over, people would say, "Yo, I would go in the house. Like, whatever I was doing, I would stop to go watch Making a Band." Yeah. And we was put together. None of us knew each other. And they just had cameras on us rolling. It's not like how they do now. Ain't no set time to shoot. We had cameras on us 24 hours a day.
Right.
You understand? And we are mic'd up 24 hours, unless you sleep or get in the shower or take your mic off, but it's still cameras watching you sleep. So, and there's no security in the house. All the security now, we didn't have none of that. Like, we was in there. Us and the crew. And that was it. And nobody knew what it was, how big the show was going to be. We didn't know. It was never done before.
Right.
And then boom, it came out, and it was just like this big thing, like, and it just was. One day I was on the A train and the L train, and then one day I couldn't get on the train no more because it was like, and it was like, oh shit, like, so it was a big deal, like,
Is there anything you would do different if you could concerning that show that maybe you did or wouldn't do now? Or
the only thing that I wish I would have did early on was try to learn the business. I was an artist before I auditioned for making a band.
Right.
You know, I had a manager and I had a job. I worked at the public theater and I was an usher. And my manager said, yo, they doing these auditions and they doing it at Urban Plaza. And I worked right down the street from Urban Plaza. I said, yes, I want to go. I went out there the night before. I slept out there. And I was the first person on that line. And I got picked from New York City. And so that was a big deal for me.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with the rest of the guys?
We all good. We all good.
Yeah.
I always been the one that was good with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When they was beefing, they would call me. I'm the one everybody call and talk shit about the other. Yo, that. And I'd be like, all right.
Is Chopper in jail?
No, Chopper home.
Okay.
Yeah, he home.
Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
I thought he might be in a Rico or something.
Nah, he home.
Okay, good. Who are you closest with? If you could say.
I'm close with all of them.
Oh.
Good answer. She's media trained.
Okay.
I'm close with all. I did have media training. You do know that.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more. But I had a lot of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with everybody.
I'm good with everybody.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Did you have a problem with anybody?
On the show, we had multiple problems on the show. We didn't know each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so everybody had issues. I never had a problem with Fred on the show. I never had a problem with Fred, but I had a problem with everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Ness? I don't remember that.
I got into it with Ness about my hair. That was one of the clips that go viral all the time when I barked on him about I needed to get my hair done.
And female.
Yeah, and the hairstylist called and he ain't wake me up and I missed the call or whatever, and then it was a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of hygiene and hair and fashion, you made a comment recently on your IG. You said Buffy the Body is the reason why all these females are getting BBLs. Did you get any blowback from that, or
it was a bunch of people that it was people that disagreed, but it was a lot of people that agreed. Now I'm saying that for me, she was like the first body, like that everybody was just all I kept hearing. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know what the guys was looking at in the magazines and shit.
Right.
But I know for me, they was saying Buffy, and then K Slade pushed her hard, pushed her heavy.
Right.
And so I remember girls wanting
to look
that
like
body. Yes, they wanted to look like her. So I'm just like, yo, I don't know if her shit was real or not, but she is the beginning of the...
She's the poster child.
Yes, the poster child of that. Yeah, and I didn't say it in a bad way. But I mean, she's the OG.
Right.
Yeah, Buffy the Body. Like, that's nothing but love. I was not saying that in a bad way.
Okay. What's your state of thought or mind on the female climate now with the female rappers? More so the commercial ones.
Who's the commercial one?
Ice Spice.
No, don't load the question. Ask the question.
I'll just ask the question.
Who's the commercial one?
Front-loading it.
I love Ice Spice.
Okay, so I'm answering her question.
I love Ice Spice.
Just in general, I don't want to single anybody out. Well, whatever's current right now, and I'm sure you know who's current. How do you feel about? Okay, fuck that. How do you feel about how?
They know I got bands. When I don't give a damn, when I still get money, they know who I am.
Right. How do you feel about black women and women of color and brown women being portrayed only one way? Because that's how I see it in terms of female artistry right now. How do you feel about that?
I think that for the most part, even before this, I think you had your Kims, you had your Trinas, you had your Kayas. Like, if you go back and you listen to their content,
right?
It was
right. You're right, but also when we had Kim, we had Lauryn Hill. When we had Kaya, we had Queen Latifah. There was a balance.
But now, you know
what?
But you know what it was back then? It was gatekeepers. Right now, there is none. So we do have Lauryn Hill. just have to go type their name in, and they will pop up. So if you just listening to what they're playing, but these artists are out here. They're out here, and you have to go look for them and follow them. Put them in your playlist.
All over the place too.
Yes, put them in your playlist. So now that will be coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point. The ones that don't do that, you got to go find them.
Yeah, but if more people found them, but if more people, I know, but if more people found them and help build up their streams, then maybe they will see value in pushing artists like that.
Right.
So I think that for the people who want the Laurens, go find a dope artist that give you that feel and stream that. Get them, push them, support them. The same way Charlamagne was telling people, yo, let's get Cardi to the top. Let's get Cardi to the top. Yo, let's get one of these artists to the top. And we have the power at this point to push their music.
Okay. Your question didn't work, son.
No, it wasn't a work. I just want to know her train of thought on what's going on, you know?
Yes.
You know, that's all.
And I listen to all types of music. So if I feel like being thotty, then I put on some fucking Sexy Red and Sukihana. But if I want to hear some bars, then I'm gonna put on some Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the reason why I asked that question, because off air we made a comment that we all come from impoverished conditions, and everybody, not we all, but some people don't come from that. Some people came from money, but they rap. But you never hear about that in rap. You know, it's always a struggle. I'm a hoe, I get money, I'm on the block. Well, everybody didn't do that.
No.
So that's why I said, in terms of female, all females are not hoes. All females don't suck dick and
by the way, all men are not drug dealers.
And all men are not drug dealers. But that's all that's being pushed. So that's what I meant. That was my question. How do you feel about the state of hip-hop in general, male and female? Because where's the guy from the suburbs that grew up good, but he can rap his ass off? You know what I mean? Where's that guy?
His name is Drake.
You know what I mean?
Hello.
Well, even Drake saw some gun talking in here and there. You know what I mean? But you see my point.
I do see your point in it. I do think that it's some type of agenda being pushed.
There's
I don't
definitely
know
an agenda
why,
being pushed.
but I try my best to get a balance. You know, I be listening to neo soul most of the time now. I ain't even got time to be listening to all of this.
Let me tell you,
rap music. Yeah,
but listen, it's definitely agenda being pushed, because let's do the knowledge. Of course, there are Chinese girls that twerk and do ratchet shit, because I see them on the internet and rap. Of course, there's Jewish girls that twerk and do ratchet shit, because I see them on the internet doing it. But they will never ever sign these girls and push them to the forefront. How they do black and women of color? Why?
I don't know.
There's a screamer girl. What's that screamer girl?
Screamer
white girl.
Oh my God! We talking about one person.
I'm just saying.
One.
She's out there. She's coming. She's on the way.
One out of millions.
On another topic, I wanted to ask you this question about the Cheesecake walk. What's the legacy of the Cheesecake? the walk. But what's that never ends.
Yeah, never.
It never ends.
It never ends.
You wish it went away. Are you tired? Are you sick of it?
Do you get free cheesecake and Juniors when you go in there?
Yes, I do get free cheesecake if I go to Juniors, and I have to tell the manager I'm there, and I will get free cheesecake. But I want a percentage.
I was gonna say, y'all should have your own cheesecake in there.
I should have a Babs. I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah. I should have had my own cheesecake. But see, this is me now knowing the business. This is me now knowing how much publicity that we gave them. Juniors was in Brooklyn.
That was a free commercial.
Yes, Juniors was in Brooklyn. People from the other boroughs wasn't traveling to Brooklyn to get Juniors cheesecake. Nobody outside of New York knew about Juniors.
You're right.
Until we had to walk to Juniors.
Right.
You know? And then it's just like, we even shot a video in front of Juniors and did more.
Well, listen.
More promotion for these niggas. I'm like,
it's not too late. Did you approach him about a deal? Or
it's too late now?
No, it's not. She's still who she is.
20 years later.
It doesn't matter. It's a legacy. You know what I mean?
It's too late.
Listen.
I ain't been to Juniors a long
Well, if she have her own cheesecake, guess what? You will, right?
Yeah. See my point? Go get my cheesecake. There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go.
And tell them this the only reason why I'm here. Not 20 years late.
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes.
I would go if you had your own cheesecake, and I would go just because of that.
We made juniors a lot of money
Right. So
for that war.
So
a lot.
it's never too late. You know, because people are still eating cheesecake, right?
And they sell more than cheesecake in there. Right. Juniors, I need some shrimp scampi. I need
Juniors,
trying to wild out in juniors. All right, run that tab up.
So what's your relationship with Diddy?
I don't have a relationship with him. I mean, I don't have no relationship with him.
Okay. What did you think about the stuff came out with Cassie and all that?
Crazy. It's crazy.
That shit
crazy. Shit crazy.
Were you surprised? Were you like, oh?
I was. Yeah. I was very surprised. I was very surprised because, it's a lot of things you hear, but you don't hear. You never heard nothing like, I didn't hear nothing like that. And then to actually be in the forefront and say it and then like, hey, yo. And then how quick it got settled, that was like, whoa. It both shocked me. Mm-hmm. It coming out and then it getting settled so quick, it shocked me too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you always heard things. You never saw anything while you were.
I didn't hear things about sexual stuff.
Right,
no,
okay.
I'm talking about just what we know of Puff, things that's on social media already, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
The reason why I asked is I used to date this girl, and she was she liked women also. Right? Mm-hmm. So she used to which. Whatever. Anyway, she used to always tell me, I saw your boy in the spot sitting on the dude's lap. This was like 20 years ago. She would tell me this. I'm like, really? She's like, listen, I'm telling you what she said. This is what she said. And I'm like, really? And I would hear these. I've been hearing these stories for years. So my
allegations, allegedly.
Allegedly, this is what she said. Allegedly, but I've been hearing allegations against Diddy allegedly, and his sexual preference is his sexual preference. Like, in no shape or form I judge anybody, but I'm just saying.
Well, what club she was in?
I have no idea.
Because I was in all of the gay clubs, and I ain't never see him in there sitting on nobody's lap. Like, so I'm trying to figure out what city she was in, because I ain't never see that. Like,
you ain't cutting shit. Listen,
so,
exhibit?
Nah, come on.
No, what?
So, what did you learn from Diddy? You media train. Look, so you come out the house a bad boy. Mm-hmm. That said something, right? Because when we saw the Locks go against Dipset at Madison Square Garden, boy, that showmanship was crazy. Did you get anything like that out of that, or was it different for you?
What was different? I'm sorry.
See, you messed her up now. No, I'm saying what I'm saying is artist development.
Yeah.
The training.
I had all that.
Yeah.
I had all that, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it wasn't. The only things for me that was bad during that experience was the business. Mm-hmm. All of the other stuff that was given to me was gems. You know what I mean? I had a lot of media training. I had a lot of artist development. Like, they worked us. And, like, he's not an easy person to work under. He wants, like, perfection type thing. Right. And so, that was all things that I took in, and it worked for me. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't have any questions. Sure. I'm positive. Go ahead.
And also, let me say this too, real quick.
Music too.
I didn't understand we was filming a show. Uh-huh. That wasn't in my mind.
That wasn't in your mind.
That's in production mind.
Right.
So certain things we had to go through, in their mind, this is good TV.
Right.
I'm not in that mind. I'm an artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck I gotta work for Cheesecake? I'm not thinking, they making a TV show. Right. I'm like, yo, nigga,
storyline.
I came here for a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good? This where did Biggie walk for Cheesecake, nigga? This is all this shit in my head. Like, so, but I get it now.
Right.
I now with certain things, I understand what was happening.
What was happening?
Yeah.
Right. Now, would you step back in the ring yourself? Or do you have any plans on stepping back in the ring?
I do. When I plan on stepping back in the ring when they have the money that I need to step back in the ring.
Is there anybody in particular you would go against that you would like to go against?
Anybody.
Remy?
You would go against Remy?
I go against anybody. If my money, once they get the money out, anybody.
Yo, you and Remy, because y'all both got leagues too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
That sounds.
We should make that happen. Now,
what
do you need to make that happen?
Remy, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
When the cameras and stuff is off, we talk about that. Y'all some rich guys. Y'all could make this work.
I appreciate the confidence.
Some rich black men.
I appreciate that the confidence.
We get Papoose involved.
I appreciate the
Easy to block cat.
You know what I mean?
What? We can do we get the social media popping.
There you go.
Put this together.
There you go, my rich black men. Make that happen.
I appreciate the confidence.
Shout out to Remy. I love Remy. But the drama around that situation is crazy right now. Do you think that'll play out in the ring sometime? I mean, in the battle rap world, it kind of already has.
It did with Geechee.
It already has.
Yeah, it's already. And Geechee done said so much that you kind of to follow behind that when
That's
even.
True.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do my Don King thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you still recording everything, right?
Yes, I always do music. I record, but my passion right now is filming. So, I write in and I do documentaries. I screenwrite, do documentaries, and I'm working on merging into the movie lane.
Okay.
So that is my new passion.
Okay.
What kind of movies if you could say, what are you trying to do?
Well, I don't really want to say right now because, but I do have a documentary coming out about my life and how everything started with me and my deal and then merging into battle rap. It's a docu-series. It's actually getting edited right now. And me and my partner, Leo, we did everything together. So that's what I've been doing. And just acting and jumping in these films and building up my character in this acting world.
Right. Did you ever experience a midlife crisis? And what I mean by that is some would say, looking on the outside, and you were on top with the whole MTV, the Black Beatles imagery, and then I'm sure at some point it was nothing.
It ain't never been nothing.
Well, not nothing, but you're not on TV anymore. You're not on MTV anymore.
Yeah.
You're not being chased down the street anymore.
Yeah.
Did that? But did that?
You ain't like being chased down the street?
No, that wasn't me. I didn't like it. Some people liked it. I didn't like it. I appreciated it.
Okay.
It wasn't something like, oh, let me go outside so they can chase me. And no. But the fact that it was happening, it was like, oh shit. Like I appreciated it. But no.
That's too much.
It was a lot for me. It
okay,
was a lot. I had a whole breakdown during that process.
Really?
And I remember coming home and dropping to my knees and crying, and I just was like, God, please, I just want my life back. It was just so feeling like I was just living for people, and I was so used to just being myself, and I didn't know that things was just gonna change so much, and like people telling me I can't do certain things no more. You can't do that, or you can't be over there, and like they got on to the block. They like, you can't be on a block. You fucking bad. I'm like, man, just life was just crazy. I'm around these fake people and just weird people, and you know what I'm saying. And then I'm trying to bring my people with me, and people judging. Oh, they all. It's just crazy. I just didn't like it.
You didn't like it. Well, that's why they say you got to be careful with what you ask for, because you wanted to be in the industry, but you didn't know what you were actually getting into, so to speak. Right? Is that fair to say?
I didn't know that it was gonna do that far. Like the mental thing, I didn't know. I just thought like I was going to be able to rap and do these shows. And of course, I'm an artist, but I didn't know so much. Like, I'm losing friends. My friends like, oh, you acting different. And I'm trying to defend that because they're telling, oh, you can't do that. So, I'm hearing this from the label and stuff. You can't do that. And my friends is looking at me like I'm crazy. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot. It was,
the reason why I ask you that, I like to do teachable moments because people look at this. There are a lot of people inspiring to get in this business.
Yeah.
And they have no idea.
You have no idea.
They have no idea.
You have no idea.
So that's why I like people to hear it from experience, people that went through this. This is what you could possibly be getting yourself into.
Yeah.
You really want this.
Yeah. Yeah, and then people judge you and don't even know. Like, I remember one time going to Wendy's at the drive-thru, and the guy in the window was like, "Babs, you eat Wendy's?" And I'm like, "The fuck? I can't eat Wendy's? Like, what's going on here?" Like, and so now they got me feeling weird.
So you
eating Wendy's.
Right.
I'm like, niggas gonna be like, "Oh, this bitch broke. She at Wendy's." Like,
see, that's the perception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you got a lot of people now, they eat it, but they're sending their assistant and shit to go get it and stuff. Crazy. No, nigga, I was in there. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with
eating Wendy's? Like, what?
Ain't no
wrong with Wendy's.
And but people will judge you for that, and they will look at you like, oh, you and it's just like, yo.
That's because people's perception of success is tainted. They don't know. That's what they would do. They wouldn't go to Wendy's if they were in your position. So why are you in here? That's how they're looking at it. You know what I mean? Which is it's stupid,
Yeah, like no. I could eat other stuff now, but I still want some Wendy's.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna go eat some Wendy's too. Like, and that's what it is. So that was a lot for me, and people always thinking ain't no shit. It was just that, and then I can't react on it, because outside of this, I'm on a block. This the streets. I'm gonna react, so I can't react because now I'm bad.
You want to bring it.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo. Yeah.
You should have did a record with that. Remember ODB said, "You want to react? Bring it on back." Shame on you. Should have did a record.
Yeah. And so I had to, it took a while for me to get into the space that I'm in now.
Right. I'm glad I wanted to touch on that, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, they just think it's all glitz and glamour. I'm going to go on stage and rap, get money, get paid, and have fun. There's a whole other side of it.
Sometimes it's fun, but when it's real work, it's real work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I see artists get to that space where it ain't fun no more, I'm like, yeah, because it's work now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and you're going to have some fun, but let's get the work done. Right. Let's get the work done. So now when you got the free time, it's more fun, because you like, yes. Like, yeah, you could see the rewards for all of the hard work that you put in.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you think about when Chappelle did the skit?
It was hilarious. Hilarious. I was honored. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, yo, I was on a Dave Chappelle show. Like, yes.
Right there.
Yes, I'm like, yo, I'm on a Dave Chappelle show. Like, he came to the house, he filmed it, and then, and I got to smoke with Dave Chappelle, and we blew mad blunts. Like, and I just was like, I'm smoking with that. Like, and it was lit for me. And then he invited me to the premiere of the show, and so I'm backstage with him, and I'm like, he knows me?
Right.
I was always like that. Like, or I'm walking up to people, I'm like, hey, Herb, how you doing? My name is Jay. He's like, Babs, I know you, Babs. Like, all of these artists, I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is like, they like,
really?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
I don't assume everyone knows. You're humble. I like that, Some people have this entitlement, like you're supposed to know who I am.
Listen, Rakim did that to me about the third time. He said, Babs, if you tell me who you are again.
Right.
He said, don't, like, come on now.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I gotta make it like I'm not gonna assume you Rakim.
You know what
I mean? Is you crazy?
Now let me ask you this: do you have my Aquarian brother Dylon? Did he? That was a little tough on him, I think. Right? Was it? Did you know if it was?
What was tough?
The skit. Did he receive that well, or was?
I don't know, because let me tell you, Dave Chappelle played 3 people. He played Prince, he played Rick James, and he played Dylon. I'm trying, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he did. Like, and that's what comedians do. When you are somebody that's famous, you watch Saturday Night Live, you see all the skits they do. They play all of these people. Like, that's what they do. We watched In Living Color, like, come on.
Color is different. Like, Living Color could never get away with that. Yo, even Keenan told me Steve Harvey pulled up on him like, hey. Like, hey. All right now. Keep playing.
Man. That was funny.
Yeah. All right, well, look. Let's talk about your top 5 dead or alive. But I want to do it a little different. Mm-hmm. You might not be willing to do this. I want your top 5 dead or alive, if you'll give it to us. But your battle rap, top 5? Both.
I don't have a top 5 in battle rap. I have a favorite battle rapper. His name is Tay-Rock.
Tay-Rock.
And that's just everybody else. They come in pockets if they fight. I'm like, oh, but Tay-Rock overall.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Tay-Rock.
All right. So what about your general top 5?
In music?
Yeah, hip hop.
Little Kim, Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls. That's my top 3 right there. And my top 5, I just would really have to. I don't know what the last 2, cause that shit could just switch out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
okay. This is something we should ask. Go ahead. Who inspired you to want to get into hip hop and rap?
M.O.P.
Ooh, yeah,
M.O.P. Wow,
yeah. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yo,
I would have never guessed that.
I love M.O.P. I remember one time, this is when they signed to The Rock, right? But, I had already been a fan from day one.
Mm-hmm.
So this was an industry event, though. A Rockefeller industry event. Mm-hmm. So M.O.P. performs. I'm crazy, yo. I'm going crazy. And M.O.P. just happened to throw water in the crowd.
Right.
So when I came out the crowd, the lady was like, I'm so sorry. They sprayed you with water, but it wasn't water. It was me. I was just sweating crazy. But I love M.O.P., so that's what's up.
Shout out to M.O.P.
Yeah, Billy Dean.
You ever got a chance to work with those guys?
I haven't got a chance to work with them.
What is going
on? Definitely.
Come on. Fame, come on.
What's up?
Dance, come on.
Get them
Billy Dean. No, we got to get them here. Yeah. How has that not happened?
Shout out to Lazy Lays, too.
Shout out to Lazy Lays.
And Premier.
Sometimes when you know people personally, things like that just...
Right.
It just don't happen.
Right. No,
like it never happened. Like
I can already hear it. Like I hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That should happen. We should make that happen.
So they made you want to get
that. They made you.
That's an interesting.
Was it how about some hardcore?
How about some hardcore? Yeah, we like it raw. How about some hardcore? Yeah, we like it raw. The ghetto. I used to like now we're packing heavy metal.
Yeah.
Slap Bill Mallet.
Yo. My other drink was Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
It was dope.
That whole album.
It's still dope. M.O.P. still dope. Still dope. To this day. Still dope. They always maintain what they did. They never switched up. Yeah. Like they stayed with what they did. It's still working. You know
they kind of had a road like you, very like hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, damn, when they signed the M.O.P. I mean, when they signed the G Unit, I was like, all right, here it is.
Right.
Down with Premier, then G Unit,
right.
Rock, Jay-Z songs. Like, come on, man. How many times Jay-Z did a record with people twice?
He got a couple of records for M.O.P.
Maybe
four alarm.
Three?
Like, yeah.
2, 3.
They sampled the Rocky jump.
But Chuck, I'm on a run while I'm out here, and I gotta rip and I gotta run. Is there anything that you guys? Y'all sure?
Can we get some bars real quick?
You wild.
Can I get a light 8?
You wildin'.
Come on, let me get a light 8.
Nah, give us the final word on you to the people.
He's definitely tried.
I want to thank you for being such a genuine person, like a real person, all the time. Still look the same, but that doesn't really matter. But it represents you to me as to who you are.
Good. You look great.
Thank you. I appreciate you, black men.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. And y'all doing y'all thing and keep on doing y'all thing because this is needed.
Thank you.
You already know. Period.
All right.
Yes.
And we're going to make that M.O.P. collabo happen.
Make it happen.
Let's go.
Salute to the
they did. Salute.
They brought
salute in case you didn't know.